Why do you wish to study in the USA?
I want to study in the US because it is one of the most popular study destinations for higher education amongst foreign students, and it has some of the best universities in the world. Universities in America support their international students, they have a flexible education system, are culturally diverse, have high-ranking programs, and give students the opportunity to study and work as well.
Why did you choose the course you are applying for?
I am passionate about studying engineering, and I would love to expand my knowledge of it. In my country, we do not have many experts in this field, but I believe that what I learned during my studies would help me improve the existing systems in my country and equip me to stand out as well. This will help me establish a career once I come home.
How many universities did you apply to before you got accepted and why?
Before I got accepted to study at MIT, I also applied to Harvard University and New York University. I chose these schools because during my research, they proved to be the best universities in the world that offer an undergraduate program on robotics engineering.
Did you get accepted by all the universities?
No, I did not get accepted to all the universities.
Which schools rejected you and why?
Of all the schools I applied for, I was rejected by Duke University and University of California. My rejection was due to the fact that they didn't find me a good fit for their program.
What are the names of the universities you got accepted to?
I got accepted into MIT University, Harvard University, and Stanford University.
What is the name of the college or university you want to study in and why did you choose it?
I chose to study at MIT because it has some of the best faculty members in my field of study whom I greatly admire.
Why don't you want to study in your home country?
My country is reputed globally for having a reasonable educational system, yet it cannot be compared with that of the USA. The US is home to the majority of the high-ranking universities in the world, and obtaining a degree from one of those world-class institutions is a feat I hope to achieve one day. Additionally, the field of study I wish to major in is not taught in my country.
Did you get any scholarships?
No, I did not get a scholarship.
Who is sponsoring your education?
My parents will be the ones sponsoring my education and funding my cost of living in the US for the duration of my studies.
What do your parents do?
My mother is an accountant, and my father is an architect.
How much do your parents earn?
My parents earn up to $10,000 annually.
Do you have relatives in the US?
No, I do not have any immediate family in the US.
Have you visited the US before?
No, this would be my first time visiting the US.
How long do you intend on staying in the United States?
I intend to stay in the US for 4 years, which is the allotted duration for my course.
What did you score on your tests?
I took the test of English as a foreign language test and I scored 95.
Can we see your high school transcripts?
Yes, sir. I have my high school transcripts here, you can see it.
From your bank statement we can see that several large amounts were recently deposited. Can you explain where all this money came from?
Before this interview, I made a recent transfer of all my funds from my other savings accounts to the bank which owns the bank statement you are seeing now. That is why the recent transfer amounts are high.
What is the tuition of the university you wish to study in?
The tuition of the school I want to attend is $50,000 a year for an undergraduate course.
What about your living expenses and accommodation fee?
The living expenses and accommodation fee I have allotted for the duration of my stay in the US are stated in the bank statement. They are the same amount which is advised for a student to have to live comfortably in the country. Also, anything else I need, my parents who are sponsoring my education will provide for me.
What will you do after graduating?
After graduation, I will be returning to my home country to become an engineer, using what I have learned in school.
Do you plan to work while studying in the US?
During my studies, I would prefer to focus on school, but work on campus if I get the opportunity to do so.
Considering the current state of the US economy, why do you want to go there?
The US job market does not have a direct effect on me as a student. I am only going there to further my studies.
Most applicants eventually turn to potential immigrants. What about you? Will you be returning to your country after your course?
Yes, I wish to return to my home country after my studies in the US. There is a large shortage of skilled professionals who major in the course I am now going to study in my country. With my qualifications, I could make a huge difference in my community.
If you run out of funding in the US, what will you do?
Before I applied for studies, I was concerned about the cost of living in the US, so I made sure that I have enough funding to cater for the duration of my stay here.
Are you currently in a relationship?
No, I am not currently in a relationship. I am still single.
Which cities do you wish to travel to in the US?
I haven't really thought about traveling around the US. My main focus will be on my studies and schoolwork, which will keep me occupied.
Why should we give you a student visa?
An opportunity to study in the US won't just change my life, but it will transform my community as well. The knowledge I will gain at the university, I can apply that to developing my country and creating job opportunities for the unemployed.
What are your plans if your student visa is not approved?
I really wish to study in the United States, but I will respect the decision of the embassy and then reapply. This time I will prepare the necessary documents and try to do better than I did today.